Okay, picture this. You're literally rushing out the door for a super important doctor's appointment. You've got your keys, your phone, but when you check your wallet, your Wisconsin Medicaid card is just nowhere to be found. You're tearing through the house, checking the car, but it's just gone. Panic sets in, right? You're probably wondering, are they still going to see me? Just how much of a nightmare is this going to be to fix? Well, welcome to this explainer. If you are living that exact scenario right now, I need you to take a deep breath. It is a completely solvable problem, and we're going to walk through exactly how to fix it step by step. Look, first things first, let me reassure you. Losing this card is incredibly common. Seriously, thousands of people misplace their cards every single year. Whether it goes through the wash, drops out of a pocket, or just mysteriously vanishes into thin air, it happens. The really great news here is that the state of Wisconsin has heavily modernized this whole process. So in this explainer, we aren't just going to cover how to order a new physical card in the mail. We're actually going to look at an immediate interim fix, so you can still go to your appointment today without missing a beat, right alongside those steps for a long-term solution. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The Forward Health Card. 2. Immediate relief, digital cards. 3. Requesting a physical replacement. 4. Avoiding common roadblocks. And 5. Summary and official disclaimer. Section 1. The Forward Health Card. Let's start with a really quick overview of the specific document we're talking about today. Because Medicaid is basically your key to accessing vital healthcare services, we want to be sure you know exactly what to look for. When we say Medicaid card in Wisconsin, we are referring to a unified state identification system. This single permanent plastic card, branded as Forward Health, is used to access multiple state programs. We're talking Badger Care Plus, Senior Care, and Standard Medicaid. Now, what's really interesting about this card is what's missing from the front of it. Notice anything? There are absolutely no eligibility dates, and that is highly intentional. The state designed this as a permanent card that you keep even if your eligibility temporarily lapses. When you go to the doctor, they don't look for an expiration date on the plastic. They just use your ID number to check your active status in real time through the state system. Section 2. Immediate relief, digital cards. So, what happens if you're quite literally standing at the receptionist's desk right now without your physical plastic card? Let's pivot immediately to your most urgent concern, accessing your healthcare services today. In the past, the process was, well, kind of clunky. You might remember the old way, which meant relying on temporary paper cards. But outside of a few very specific programs, those standard temporary paper cards are totally obsolete now. The state just doesn't issue them for general replacements anymore. Instead, we have the new way, which is a massive upgrade. Instant digital cards right on your phone. Yep, your smartphone is now your best immediate friend. If you haven't already done this, you need to download the free My Access Wisconsin app. It's right there in the App Store for iOS, you just need iOS 13 or later, and the Google Play Store for Android devices running Android 10 or later. Once you securely log in, boom, you can pull up a digital version of your Forward Health Card directly on your screen. And here's the kicker. State policies explicitly mandate that this digital version, or even a printed PDF from the app, is considered absolutely identical to the physical card for the purpose of getting your Medicaid-covered services. You literally just hand your phone to the provider, they pull the ID number, verify your enrollment on their end, and you are good to go. Crisis entirely averted. Section 3. Requesting a physical replacement. All right, so your immediate medical appointment is salvaged. Awesome. Now let's shift our focus to getting that permanent physical piece of plastic back into your wallet where it belongs. The replacement process is actually pretty streamlined. But before you sit down at your computer or pick up the phone, just do a tiny bit of prep work. You want this to be completely friction-free, right? So, gather your necessary identification details. You're going to need the full legal name of the person who lost the card, their date of birth, their social security number, or if you happen to have a record of it somewhere, their existing Forward Health ID number. Having this stuff ready just ensures the system or the representative can instantly locate your active case file without any headaches. Now, the absolutely most efficient way to request a replacement is online. Let's walk through the exact clicks. First up, log into your secure account at access.wisconsin.gov. Once you're staring at your account dashboard, look for the drop-down menu labeled Manage Benefits. Right under that menu, you're going to see an option that explicitly says Get a new Forward Health Card. You'll be prompted to select the specific household member who lost their card because, remember, every eligible person in a family gets their own unique card. And then you'll just state the reason for the replacement, like lost or stolen. Double-check that your mailing address is correct, hit Submit, and you're done. Now, if you're someone who just prefers speaking to a real human being, or maybe you're having trouble logging into your online account, don't worry, you've got a direct lifeline. You can call Forward Health Member Services at 1-800-362-3002. Just make sure you call during their normal operating hours, which are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And keep in mind they are closed on state-observed holidays. A representative can process that whole card replacement request for you right over the phone. Okay, let's look at how this works for caregivers. It is super common for the person who actually lost the card to be a minor child, maybe an aging parent or someone who's incapacitated. Well, Wisconsin law allows what's called an authorized representative to request a card on a member's behalf. Now, this is strictly regulated to prevent fraud, as you'd expect. The person calling or logging in must be officially verified on file as a legally designated individual. That could be a court-appointed guardian of the estate, a conservator, or just someone the member has formally appointed using the state's specific authorized representative form. If you legally hold that status, you can comfortably navigate this entire replacement process for them. So how long does this whole thing actually take? Once you hit submit online or hang up the phone with member services, the clock starts, and the state system is highly automated. Your new card request is sent over to the printing vendor that very evening. It's manufactured and mailed out the very next business day. Generally speaking, you can expect the brand new physical card to show up in your mailbox within 10 business days. Pretty fast turnaround, honestly. Section 4. Avoiding common roadblocks. Even with a simple process, things can occasionally go sideways. So let's uncover the most common hiccups and see how we can easily avoid them. The absolute #1 reason people don't receive their replacement card is an outdated mailing address. It's a huge cause of delays. If your card goes to an old apartment and the post office returns it to the state as undeliverable, it basically just sits in limbo. However, the system is pretty smart. If a card is returned as undeliverable, and you subsequently go in and update your address on file, the system will automatically trigger a new card to be printed and mailed to that new address. So, pro tip, before you ever order a card, check the My Access app or the web portal to confirm your contact info is perfectly up to date. Now, what if your card isn't lost at all, but your name has legally changed due to marriage, divorce, or whatever the reason might be? You actually do not need to manually request a replacement card just for this. Once you officially report your name change to your income maintenance agency and it gets verified and updated in the state's eligibility verification system, a brand new physical card with your updated name is generated and mailed to you entirely automatically. Pretty convenient, right? And this brilliantly highlights the resilience of the whole system. What if you have your card, but it's been through the washing machine and the magnetic stripe on the back is completely scratched and defective? If the doctor's card reader gives an error, seriously, do not panic. You don't lose your healthcare coverage just because a piece of plastic got damaged. Providers are fully instructed on alternative verification methods. They can type your 16-digit card number into a touchpad, use their online portal, or call an automated system called WeCall to manually verify your active enrollment while you wait for that replacement card to arrive in the mail.
Section 5. Summary and official disclaimer.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the initial panic of a lost card to the instant digital fix, all the way to the permanent solution. So the crucial point to remember is this: if you lose your card, grab your phone. Jump onto the My Access mobile app to use your digital card for any immediate medical needs. Then formally order your physical replacement by logging into access.wisconsin.gov or by calling member services at 1-800-362-3002. Always double-check that your mailing address is up to date in the system, and keep an eye on your mailbox over the next 10 business days. When the new one arrives, keep it safe. It is your permanent key to your health benefits. And as always, before we go, a quick reminder. Government procedures, operating hours, and technology platforms can occasionally change over time. While we've mapped out the absolute most accurate, grounded information available right now, we highly recommend using this explainer as your starting point. Always verify current policies and contact info directly through official channels, specifically the Wisconsin Department of Health Services website, which is absolutely the final word on your benefits. Think about how incredibly easy it was to pull up that digital card or update your address today. The Access portal and the My Access app aren't just for lost cards, You can use them to submit required documents just by snapping a quick photo, check the balance on your Food Share Quest card, or even track exactly when your renewals are due. So now that we've walked through replacing your Medicaid card, I challenge you to log into your account sometime this week and explore what other state benefits you could be seamlessly managing right from the palm of your hand.